Hello, my name is Kata Morris, and today I'm going to be talking about the Mental Health Day policy. First, I'd like to thank my guest Grayson for joining me today and being a part of my important conversation. Today, I'm going to be talking about why I think schools should adopt a Mental Health Day policy for students. As a student, I've seen how stress and anxiety affects not just me, but a lot of my classmates. Between homework, sports, and family stuff, among with everything else, it can get really overwhelming. That's why I'm here to ask school administrations to create a policy that allows students to take mental health days, just like we can take sick days. According to Allie's Behavioral Health 2025 article, The Importance of Mental Health Day for Students, mental health days can help prevent burnt out and lower anxiety. The article explains that these days aren't about even skipping school, but about making sure students can recharge and come back ready to learn. Taking care of our mental health is not just an important thing day to day, it's an important thing to incorporate in our lives for the rest of our lives. Taking care of our mental health is just as important as taking care of our physical health. So, what would this policy look like? I propose that students be allowed to have up to 3 mental days per semester. These would be excused absences separate from sick days. Students would just need to let the school know at least a day ahead when possible, fill out a short reflection about how they plan to use the day, and make up any missing work within a reasonable time. Some people might worry that students will take advantage of this policy, but according to Managed Methods 2024 article, K through 12 Guide to Mental Health Day for Students, must most students use mental health days responsibly when given the chance. The article says that when students feel frustrated and only use these days when they really need them. The benefits are huge. The National Education Association 2019 article, Stigma Busters: School Look at Mental Health Days for Students, reports that students with mental health day policies sees better attendance overall. Students are less likely to miss a lot of school because of mental health crises, and these policies help break the stigma around mental health. They also encourage students to learn healthy ways to cope with stress. They also help students learn healthy ways to use their time and how they can stick to using their time wisely, but also get a mental break for using their time wisely. Of course, these are some challenges. Sedona Sky Academy's 2024 article, Pros and Cons of Mental Health Days for Students and Kids, says that concerns including scheduling problems and making sure students don't fall behind. To handle this, I suggest that we could have clear rules about when mental health days can be used, making a system making a simple system for making up missing work, having counselors check in with students who use several mental health days, and collecting feedback and data about the first semester to see how it's going. I believe this policy fits perfectly with our school's goal to support students in every way, not just academically, but emotionally too. The cost would be small, mostly just uploading and updating some paperwork and training for staff. But the benefits, like better attendance, improved grades, and students who feel supported, would make a huge difference all around, not only with relationships with students and admin, but also to help students stay focused and on track, because these days off can really make sure that the students are staying focused and not coming to school tired and done with school every day. Um, and I think also that I'm asking for this policy to be in schools next semester. Our school is known for caring about students, and this is a chance to really keep leading the way with that. I want to thank you for listening, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you have, Grayson.
Yes, I did want to ask one question. I wanted to ask why you chose this topic.
I chose this topic because every day my life is very, very busy with sports, family, and schoolwork. And sometimes I get so, so overwhelmed and stressed out that I just need a mental day where I can stay at home and do my schoolwork from home and not have to be surrounded by the school setting.
I also wanted to ask, how would a school make sure that students who take mental health days actually get the support they need when they come back and not just missing class?
I think that the counselors can check in with the students as like when they get back to school, like the following day, and they can go over each class with them and go over the classwork and make sure that while they were gone, they stayed up to date and talk to their teachers about what they need to make up and what they have missed and let them know that they were missing school. And the counselors can really check on making sure that everything is just squared away and perfect for class.
Yeah. I also wanted to ask, how do you think this will make an impact on our school?
So I think this would make an impact on school because students get so burnt out by coming to school every single day. And I think that when students could have these days, it would help them enjoy school a little bit more because they know they have the freedom to be able to take a break when they need it and they feel they need it. Because students are less likely to take advantage of these opportunities when they know they have these opportunities. And I think that it would really make students more involved with admin and the relationships and in school because they understand they're kind of given this freedom and they're not just made to come to school every single day, even when they're feeling tired or they're not feeling it that day or they're not in the best mood. They can really just take a day for themselves and say, oh, I want to do school at home. So I'm going to stay home and use one of my mental health days. This would really help students stay impacted and doing well in school. And I think this would affect students really, really well and just help them out tremendously.
And final question, how do you think kids should make up their missing work or be excused?
I think that the students should still be holding accountable for making up the work because if they are sitting at home, they can take a mental break, but they still do have time to do their work over the time span that they will be at home. They also have, um, like I said, they have the entire day. And so I do think that they could do some an online version of their class so that they don't come to school behind. Because I think that is one of the biggest reasons that we don't have this is because teachers feel like we would get behind or we would get lost. So I think that um, this policy would really come into play easier if teachers and admin understood that students were staying on track and keeping up with their work and the lessons while they were gone.
Well, yes, I totally agree, and I think that they should definitely look into this. And yeah.
Okay, thank you for being a part of my conversation today.
Mhm.